Alright, y'all. So today I'm here to talk about basically when I started the, I think one of the single biggest Facebook wars in American history. What I mean by Facebook war is people commenting on something and fighting in the comment section. Let me get a little light on. So, back in October of last year, 2020, I shared this post, and it was a news. Well, before I go there, it was at the homecoming football game, which I live in a small town, very small rural town, about 1,700 people. And at the homecoming game, you know, all the town goes. Well, the band was playing their show, and anybody that's in band will understand that how embarrassing it is when the band just falls apart. Well, imagine that at the homecoming game out on the field. It just fell apart. There was about 10 seconds of just dead silence, and then it started back up again. So everybody's embarrassed as hell, which we finished out strong, but still, we stalled at the homecoming game for about 10 seconds, which was brutal because we're not like that. But anyway, so I shared this post, and it was a news article on Facebook. It was talking about the band at the homecoming game. Well, someone commented they did a great job. You know, really nice older lady that I know just commented they did a great job. And just, you know, I just kind of said, yeah, I agree, but it was kind of embarrassing when we stalled. Well, this could be really an entitled people story for a subreddit, but I don't have Reddit. I don't have any social media except Facebook. But anyway, entitled kid comments how I dragged the band through the mud, and a whole bunch of other gobbledygook that I don't have time to explain because it's so stupid. Well, he tagged his mother, who is a rather scrawny but aggressive woman when it came to verbal. So she starts just hounding on me, talking about I dragged the band through the mud and I made her daughter cry and all this, which I'm sorry if I made your daughter cry for saying that it was embarrassing that the band stalled out at the homecoming freaking football game. I'm sorry, but you got some weak nerves. But, so, gotta love my friend's mom. She gets on there, and she just starts ripping this woman apart. And my friend's mom is defending me, but then she's a very aggressive woman in all terms. You don't mess with her, okay? You don't do it. That's one of those things that the Bible warns you against. Not really, but you know what I mean. So they're fighting. Then they start tagging. When on Facebook you can tag somebody, it's where you type their name and it will show up on their phone saying that someone tagged you, and if you click on that notification, it'll take you directly to the post. So they both started tagging their friends. So soon it's a war between like 20 people. And I'm just sitting there watching. My phone is just going up. I mean, it's on one of my posts. And there's like 20 people fighting each other. And the number keeps growing. And my friend's mom starts talking about how it's a rough year. You know, it was a rough year. 2020, she mentioned that the cheerleaders weren't that great. Which she didn't dog the cheerleaders. Her daughter is becoming a cheerleader at this school. So it's not like she's just saying the cheerleaders suck when her daughter is going to be one. So she just said it's been a rough year, right? The cheerleaders haven't been great. Football team was doing awesome. We went undefeated, except for one game, and the playoff game, which we lost because we played Canadian, which was the best in Texas. They play a lot of different football teams for their playoffs. I think they're number 1 or number 2 in the state. But my town was undefeated. They had a whole police thing when they were leaving town. A whole police brigade and fire trucks and all that. But anyway, soon enough, there's a good 30 people on there fighting each other, right? And that's not an exaggeration. When I say 30 people, I meant 30 people. If somewhere in that neighborhood, it was a lot of people fighting each other in a small town of 1,700 people. So, next thing you know, people start screenshotting it and saving it because it's just epic. People just ripping each other apart like vultures or dogs or whatever. They're just tearing each other apart, you know what I mean? Calling each other bitch, whore, all sorts of different names that I shouldn't say. And, I remember the word, kids, cover your ears. I remember someone used the word cocksucker on there. But anyway, I'm not going to name I'm not going to say all of the bad words or the, French vulgar language they used. But, so anyway, the number keeps growing. People start going to each other's Facebook pages and fighting. And it's just amazing. My post, something I shared with less than 200 Facebook friends at the time, had over 1,000 comments on it. In 2 hours. The number kept growing up. This fight went on all night. And it was a school night. Next thing you know, my friend walks in and people just start going, so how was that Facebook fight, Because his mom, everybody knows his mom. And, one way or the other, anyway, you don't want to be on her receiving end. You'd rather be pitching than catching, but anyway, so all these people start fighting each other, and next thing you know, my buddy walks into football practice that morning, and everybody has it screenshotted. Teachers know about this mess, because I'm friends with some of the teachers, but even the word is spreading. The whole cheer team knows about this. The freaking coach knows about this, which is good, because after that, everything went several steps up. Everybody and their dog knew about this freaking Facebook fight that I started with a simple comment, which I ended up winning because that woman, entitled kids woman, ended up shooting me a message talking about how she was sorry, which at the time I bought it, but since then we got into something else, so I don't really give a crap what happened, But, anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm not naming names, because I'm not going to give out that information. Obviously, I still have a heart. I'm not going to give out somebody's name. But, I doubt y'all will know. This has been, October. It's been 9 months ago. So, anyway, that is when I started the single-handedly biggest Facebook war in the history of modern man. All because I said it was embarrassing that the band stalled at the homecoming game. The funniest shit will start the biggest shit. So anyway, that's all I have to say for tonight about that. But anyway, it was freaking awesome. Which, I say that, it was all under my name, but I didn't get credit for starting the fight. My friend's mom did, and my name was thrown the wayside, and I got no credit for dividing my hometown, which is not something I want credit for, but it would get my name out there. So, I did that, not my friend's mom. She defended me, but I started it. Give her credit, but give me the credit for starting it. Because if I hadn't commented, none of that would have happened. I cut my hometown in half like a knife. It was funny. But anyway. That was fun. So, yeah. If you divided your hometown, which everybody's fine now, nobody remembers it but me. And my friend, he remembers it. But if you divided your hometown into two parties fighting each other, if you cut your hometown in half like a knife, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, because maybe one day I might destroy my own hometown. No, not terroristically. I mean, I'll probably just say something that makes my town crumble from within. Which would suck. I like my town, but anyway. If I could get my name out there for doing that, but your ass, I'd do it. Anyway, y'all take care. Stay dipping. It's gonna be fun.